All right, let's get right into it. We're going to explore the real psychological reason why small talk can feel less like a nice little chat and more like, I don't know, a marathon you never even signed up for. And here's the thing. It's not about being shy or awkward. It's actually a super fascinating look into how some of our brains are just, well, they're wired for depth.
I mean, you totally know that feeling, right? You leave a party or even just a work event and you feel more drained than energized, even if you actually like the people there. You've spent hours talking about the weather, your commute, what was on TV last night, and you get home just completely wiped out. It's a super common experience, but trust me, the reason for it is probably not what you're thinking.
And here's the really crucial point. So many of us, we take this feeling and we internalize it, right? We think, oh, I'm just socially awkward, or I must be an introvert. But the truth, it has nothing to do with your personality. It's about biology. This is a feature of your mind, not a bug. And we're about to unpack exactly how it all works.
All right, so first up, a feature, not a flaw, debunking the myth. The very first thing we have to do is completely reframe this whole experience. Seriously, instead of seeing it as some kind of flaw, we're going to debunk the myth that there's something wrong with us. It's all about stepping away from that self-criticism and moving toward a real, genuine understanding of the psychology behind it.
So, here's the core shift in thinking. It's a big one. The myth we tell ourselves is, I'm just so socially awkward. But the reality, it's so much more empowering. It's, my brain requires higher stimulation. See? Your brain isn't trying to be difficult. It's just hungry for a totally different kind of nourishment. A level of real cognitive engagement that, let's be honest, small talk just can't provide. So please remember this. That boredom, that fatigue, that nagging feeling like you just want to escape, it is not evidence of poor social skills. Not at all. It's simply a signal from your brain, basically screaming that its fundamental need for stimulation just isn't being met.
Okay, so if small talk isn't what your brain wants, what is it looking for? What is it actively searching for? Well, the answer lies in this really powerful concept called resonance. It's all about this deep-seated craving for a much deeper kind of connection.
Mental resonance. This right here, this is the key. You know that cognitive click you feel, like when you're exploring a complex idea or you're connecting with someone on a truly meaningful level? That's it. It's that deeply satisfying feeling of being perfectly in sync with an idea or another person, both intellectually and emotionally.
And that right there is precisely why small talk falls so short. I mean, think about it. It's designed to be light, to just skim the surface. It's basically conversational filler, and it intentionally avoids the kind of depth you need to get that satisfying mental resonance. So your brain is just left there wanting more.
So what's the actual science behind this feeling? Why does one conversation totally energize you while another one just leaves you feeling cold and tired? Well, it all comes down to the chemistry of engagement happening inside your brain's reward system.
And you know what? It's a beautifully simple chemical process. When you finally engage with a deep topic and you get that mental resonance we were talking about, your brain rewards you. It releases dopamine. And dopamine, that's the neurotransmitter for pleasure, for motivation, for focus. That little dopamine hit is precisely what makes you feel so energized and so engaged.
Think of it like this, okay? Small talk, it barely moves the needle on your dopamine levels. It's like a tiny, unsatisfying snack that just leaves you hungry. But a deep conversation, whoa, that provides a significant dopamine release. That's like a full, nourishing, satisfying meal for your brain.
So, the most important takeaway here is this. That feeling of being drained, it's not just in your head, it's in your neurochemistry. You are not getting the chemical reward that makes engagement feel worthwhile. You are, quite literally, running on empty.
Okay, let's bring this all together now. We understand the why behind this feeling. And because of that, we can finally stop seeing it as some sort of social handicap. Instead, we can embrace it for what it truly is, a genuine strength.
It is absolutely time to shift your perspective. This isn't an inability to handle small talk. It is a powerful, deep need for substance over filler. You don't have a deficit. You have a high standard for meaning over just, well, mundane stuff.
So what this really means is that your mind is naturally built to crave stimulation. It seeks out genuine connection. You have a mind that absolutely thrives on finding meaning, and it's fundamentally wired for depth. These are not flaws. These are incredible assets.
So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. The next time you find yourself in a sea of small talk and you start feeling that familiar drain,
Just ask yourself, what conversation would truly energize me right now? Because recognizing that need for depth, it isn't just self-awareness. It's the very first step toward actively seeking out the interactions that will truly, genuinely fuel you.